Welcome and thank you for joining me. I'm Robert Cass, CEO of Spa Formation, and on behalf of SharpLight Technologies, I'm delighted to bring you our business support series, Practice Made Perfect. We bring you the very best business practices for clinics and medi-spas that you can bring back to your business and apply with confidence. Today we talk about maximizing productivity, an important topic. Any medi-spa or clinic has a few limitations: the hours of operations, the number of rooms, the equipment available, and of course, the people and their skills to perform services. As the business grows, it's critical to ensure that each of these resources are managed to create an efficient and effective and profitable operation. The first concept the entire team should embrace is what you sell for a living. Do you sell services? Maybe products? An experience? A result? Not really. What you actually sell is time. Because you have limits to the number of rooms, people, hours, and equipment, we must keep in mind that in order to grow the business, the time must become more valuable. Does that make sense? When time is more valuable and costs are controlled, you actually become more profitable. When you're busy, the only way to grow is make time more valuable. This means planning by all members of the team. When reception receives a phone call to book a service, what's the first thing they ask? What type of service and when do you want it? Right? That's pretty normal. In reality, what we want reception team to think about is about time value and the value of time. First, do you want to book clients when they want to come, or do you want to sell the first time you have available? Think of time as something that is perishable. Once the time comes and it goes, it's no longer any good. It's not available, it's gone, right? You have to have a sense of urgency around selling time. Yes, I realize it may not be convenient for the client, but you don't know if you don't ask. You have to invite the possibility. If you're able to have a client come in today to enjoy a service, when they first ask for next week, you still have the time to sell in that next week time slot to someone else. Now, this is controlled exclusively by your reception team. Another simple example is when you receive notification from your software that someone has booked a treatment online for possibly next week or next month. Do you think it's worth your time to send them a note telling them that you have earlier appointments available for that particular service? You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Sometimes clients think you must be busy, so they have to book in the future thinking there's no way you could have space this week. You want to teach your clients you will do your best to accommodate them as soon as possible. It's most often good for you and obviously can be good for them. Let's talk about your booking page. Do you ever look at this page on your computer and see gaps and openings? That's scary. This is usually a result of the reception team simply taking the time request from the client and booking them in at that time. If you already have a client booked from 1 to 2 p.m., for example, and a client requests an appointment for 2:30, reception needs to tell the client they only have 2 p.m. available. Make sense? Booking appointments from back to back to back is important so the team members are generating, of course, the most amount of revenue in the shortest time available. Look at it this way. If you have an 8-hour day, and you're wasting 30 minutes, just 30 minutes a day, you can no longer book because the time is too small. Imagine what the financial impact is. Well, if your average hourly revenue per room per day is $100, and this is not a big number, that means you're losing $50 per room per day. If you only have 4 rooms, that's $200 per day. And if you lose $200 per day and you're open 5 days a week, that means you're losing $50,000 a year in wasted time. The concept of time value is important for service providers as well. If we agree time is important, then it makes sense that each service provider arrives early to work. What are they looking for? Well, if you want to maximize productivity, then the service provider should be looking at how to make the most of the client experience. What are they coming in for today? Is there a way to maximize the results by offering a different and sometimes more valuable service? If there's a time block available after the client was finished what was originally booked, is there a way to enhance their visit with an additional service today? If they enjoyed a more thorough, enhanced, or additional service today, would it then not make sense to recommend a product to them? What products do you offer that will not only enhance the effectiveness of the treatment, but also add to the post-care kit for them to take home? We know product sales are a vital component to every Medi-Spa and clinic operation. In fact, it can be the most important factor determining whether or not the business is profitable. And if we look at it from the prospect of time, we raise the value of every minute. You don't have to come in early or stay late. Simply change the conversation with your guest. If you can do these things, you not only earn the trust of your guests, but increase your productivity and, of course, profitability. I'm Rob Cass. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed our talk on maximizing your productivity. Please view our other business support videos as you work on making your practice perfect.